Hello everyone, this is our 2019 Nissan Rogue SL with 51,449 miles. I do apologize if there's any wind noise in this video. It is a super windy day. I'm using a lav mic, but nonetheless cannot control the weather, so please bear with me. Super clean Nissan Rogue, finished in a metallic gray. It looks beautiful. Honestly, Nissan's done a great job with this paint. Lots of metallic flake in there, lots of contrast. You can see just from where the sun is versus where it isn't, how dark the shadow is and how light the highlights are. It really pronounces the body lines. It looks awesome. The front end looks fantastic. Very, very little wear. It's not completely perfect, but when you look around it from probably about a foot away or so, you're not really bound to really be able to point out any of the defects. It has some marks down here on this chrome accented front lip. Mark there, some scuffs here along the trim, small crack there. Just a few very small marks along the edge of the hood, but nothing serious. I mean, overall, the front end does look fantastic. Front passenger side fender. Again, sorry about the wind. Passenger fender, driver's side looks awesome. Not passenger fender, sorry, front driver's side fender. I apologize. Front driver's side wheel looks great. Just a tiny bit of rash there, but pretty negligible, not very serious. Driver's side mirror cap looks great. No rock chips or anything like that. Driver's side front door, no blemishes. Rear driver's side door, we've got a small scratch there, one there, and a longer one, probably 3 or 4 inches up here. So again, still nothing serious. Some deeper scratches in the back here where the paint has been gone through, and a very, very small dent, probably from the impact of the damage there. Still pretty negligible, doesn't really stand out a whole lot. Rear driver's side wheel looks excellent, no rash, no flaws. Moving around to the back, does have a backup camera, 360 cameras and reverse sensors, making navigating this around a parking lot a breeze. Not a big deal. Rear power lift gate makes getting those groceries in there real simple. Super clean in the back. The only real wear that it has, very typically just in the hatch entryway here on top of the back bumper, there's a little bit of scuffing, a little bit of scratching, but find me a car with a hatch that doesn't have that. Just from loading up and unloading cargo, you kind of just run across that over time. It's not really a big deal. And that's the only damage in the back, the only signs of wear. So overall, I think that's really good. Passenger side rear quarter panel doesn't have any signs of wear whatsoever. Rear passenger wheel looks good, no wear. Rear passenger door looks excellent, no flaws. Front passenger door, excellent, no oh, hold on. Yep, very small scratch down here, very small. Almost walked right past it. Passenger mirror looks phenomenal. I don't know how these mirrors don't have any rock chips in them. That's probably the most typical form of wear on any used vehicle, and these both look spotless, so bravo to the previous owner of this for somehow avoiding a rather inevitable sign of wear. Front passenger fender looks excellent. The actual front passenger fender, not the front driver's side like I'd been calling the other one. Front passenger wheel looks great, no rash or anything like that. Super clean car. I'll go ahead and walk around the vehicle from a 1 foot distance to give you a better big picture idea of the overall condition of the vehicle. Here at Exotic Motorsports, we like to do these comprehensive walk around videos to give our out-of-state buyers the confidence and peace of mind they need to purchase a vehicle from us sight unseen if they choose to do so. Walking around a vehicle from a 1 foot distance is a lot more indicative of what you might notice on a day-to-day basis if you were to own the vehicle yourself, and helps to separate the larger, more obvious flaws from the smaller, less significant ones, giving you a more accurate representation of the overall condition of the vehicle. Hopefully you can see that the flaws that I pointed out are actually negligible, not a big deal, and this SUV actually looks really good. So, taking a look at the interior here, we do have black leather with some, believe it or not, carbon fiber accents or carbon pattern accents. I have a feeling this isn't real carbon, but I don't know for sure. Really nice leather armrests. Just a few super tiny marks here in the leather. A few very small scratches in the grab handle. Really typical. Power mirrors. Heated power adjustable memory seats. We've We've got power adjustable heated auto dimming side view mirrors with blind spot assist, power locks, perforated leather seats. We also have traction control, the rear hatch remote open, heated steering wheel, diff control, sport mode and eco mode. Distance pacing cruise control. We've got media options, gauge cluster controls. Here on the gauge cluster, we're reading 51,449 miles. And yeah, no warnings, no concerns coming up on the gauge cluster. Everything seems happy. We've got navigation and Bluetooth. It does have Bose premium audio. Dash is in great shape. No wear on the steering wheel. And I know some people might think that driving a bigger SUV might be kind of daunting, but guess what? You put this thing in reverse, check it out. You got 360 cameras, a really nice wide angle backup camera, and parking sensors to accommodate that. So it is pretty easy to navigate this around tight spaces if you're unsure about the size of the vehicle. It's really not too bad. We also have an electronic parking brake, 3.5mm auxiliary port, USB type A, and a 12-volt port over there. Heated seat options next to the cup holders. Shifter, obviously. Piano black trim, very nice. Dual zone automatic climate control. Leather inserts in the dash. Front passenger seat looks great. No issues there. Auto dimming rear view mirror with universal garage door remotes built in. These 3 buttons here. I don't know if it'll show up. You probably can't really see it. Well, look at the photos on the listing. Take my word for it. Regardless, they're there, I promise. So here in the back, how much room does this SUV have? So I'm 6'1", about 195 pounds. Not a small guy. Front seat is adjusted to my liking for driving. And lo and behold, I've got probably another 2 inches until my knees contact the seat in front of me, sitting comfortably in the back. I have probably the same amount of clearance from my head to the roof. I could sit back here, no issues, very comfortably. Tons of space, no complaints. Vents for the HVAC blowing back here. Definitely a comfy ride in the back. Plenty of room to spare, plus all the cargo space in the back as well. In the rear hatch, there is a lot of cargo. Also, one of my favorite features about push start vehicles, some of them have this button here where you can lock and unlock it just from touching the handle. You don't have to take the key out of your pocket for anything. I think that is one of the best features that any auto manufacturer has ever come up with. I guess with it being 2022, taking your key out of your pocket is a massive inconvenience now. And with this car, you forego that. You don't ever have to take your key out of your pocket. What more could you ask for? So here we have our little 2.5 liter 4-cylinder paired with a CVT transmission. Makes a healthy amount of torque. It's definitely not a race car by any means, but at the same time, it's not frustrating to get it up to speed, especially if you're transitioning through an on-ramp to get on the freeway. It doesn't feel sluggish or unresponsive. It has an appropriate amount of power for the size of the SUV that it is. It's really not unpleasant to drive, especially with this being a more economy-centered SUV. It's not like an Escalade V or anything crazy with some 700 horsepower supercharged engine. But it doesn't need that. It's still enjoyable to drive. It's not frustrating. And I think with a vehicle like this, that's really all you can ask for. Idle's really smooth, nice and quiet, sounds good and healthy. Pardon me while I put this latch back, or the hood prop, sorry. It does lose points for that. No hood struts, come on, this is a 19, what are you doing, Nissan? But overall, this is a fantastic SUV, very economical, gets great fuel economy, lots of features, very comfortable and spacious, both in the interior and for cargo, which is a pretty hard compromise to get past a lot of the time. It's in good shape and is just ready to be enjoyed by whoever comes and grabs it next. So that is our 2019 Nissan Rogue SL. If you have any further questions, please feel free to check out this vehicle on our website at exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.